Every time I leave the house, I think about my own grandchildren and my own children, and then I think about the children of Palestine. And just pray that mine are safe every day, and then I pray that the children of Palestine, the children of Sudan, the children of Ukraine, the children of Syria, the children of Haiti, all over the world, that the children are safe. And I'm so ashamed of the U.S. government. I can't even claim it to be my government anymore, because my government wouldn't do such a thing. My government would support a terrorist organization that's beating up the murder and the massacre of the children and the people of Palestine. My government wouldn't do such a thing. You know, there's a controversial figure. His name is Frederick Engels. He's Karl Marx's best friend. And he said, workers under capitalism have no country. And more every day, that slogan becomes very real to me. I don't feel like I have a country, because my country wouldn't do this. You know, there's a song that says, America the beautiful, and at the end it says, and crown that good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. And so every day more and more, it just becomes so crucial, so intense, so sad. You know, because it seems as if we can't do anything to stop U.S. government support for Israel, U.S. government support for the terrorists in the Ukraine, U.S. government support for the terrorists in Syria. And so really it begs the question that we got to keep on, just got to keep on coming together. Just got to keep doing this until we're able to scream loud enough that the entire country's going to hear our voices, and we can finally have a country that's going to represent the will and aspirations of the American people. I'm very confident the people in my neighborhood don't want this war in Palestine. I'm very confident that the people in my neighborhood don't want the U.S. involvement in trying to side with the terrorists in Ukraine. I'm very confident that my neighborhood, people don't want to side with the terrorists in Syria. So what we gonna do? Just gotta stay together for the sake of the children, for our children, and for the sake of the children all over the world. So I really like to thank the Palestinian Solidarity Committee and the Nation of Islam for bringing us together. It's so crucial that we have this solidarity in our community, all over the city. So I think we need to keep getting together, put our heads together, keep marching, keep protesting, keep thinking about places that we can show up together on behalf of the children all over the world. And already I'm thinking about Channel 4, so it's a nice place to gather, and hundreds of cars pass here every day, so it's something to consider. So let's stay together, let's be together, let's keep walking together, let's keep marching together, let's keep talking together, let's keep voting together. You know, it's a real shame and embarrassment. Not only is the president an embarrassment to me, not only is the Secretary of State an embarrassment to me. You know, no sooner than they call a ceasefire than they ship more arms to Israel, give them a blank check. But even our own Sheriff Clark stands with the people that are trying to murder all these people in Palestine. So shame on Sheriff Clark too.
Yeah.
Shame on Sheriff Clark.
Yeah.
So I want to turn it over to whoever's next. Thank you for being here, and I'm so happy to be here with you.
It's good that we're all out here today. It's good that we're all out here today, because even though we're not going to get media, BBC, Journal Sentinel, Channel 4, Channel 6, we got social media. We got Facebook, we got Twitter, we got all of these other ways we can get the word out to the world and tell those who are suffering in Gaza that here in Milwaukee, we're with you. We're with you, and we're letting people around the world know that Milwaukee will not stay silent to what is happening in Gaza. It is important that we all, when we see injustice, no matter if it's one person, 2 or 3 or 4, as long as somebody stands out here in the middle of all this hate and says, this has to stop. This has to end. Because without that one voice, there is no one out there that can at least touch what conscience that is out there in the middle of all that hate. In the middle of all that war, there is not one voice that can say one thing that can trigger that one individual in Israel, in Tel Aviv, so that they can hear over here. We know that the land that you're stealing from the Palestinians is unjust. And the way that you are conducting this murderous war crime campaign is unjust. And no matter what you try to say to the world to justify what you're saying and justify what you're doing, you can never justify the bombing of schools. You can never justify the bombing of hospitals. And you can never justify the killing of children and unarmed civilians. If there is one thing that Israel needs to do, is it needs to look at the Geneva Convention, engagement of war, where even armies of the world, even armies of the United States, have to follow certain protocols, and those protocols definitely tell you, you do not murder children and unarmed civilians. Israel, wake up to reality and understand that what you are saying to the world, even though you've got Obama and the Senate and the Congress convinced you're right, the people of the United States are not fooled by your treachery. Stop killing the children of Palestine. Stop killing the children of Gaza. And stop stealing the land of the Palestinians. Thank you.
Look, what our country is doing in Gaza is a crime. It's a crime against humanity. They have simply, Israel, the army of Israel, has gone in there and they have literally destroyed Gaza. They have destroyed whole sections of that city. And they have been dropping 1,000, 2,000 pound bombs on those people. Can you imagine? Kids, they will never, psychologically, they will never be productive unless there's a lot of work done to make those kids productive. You cannot bomb children. As a Christian, as a man of God that believe in God, as Dr. King, a man of peace, man of nonviolence. Look, America cannot tolerate what has been happening in Gaza in the last month. Palestine, the Palestinian people don't have one plane. They don't have not one tank. They don't have not one anything that's like what Israel has. And they've been standing up against one of the strongest armies in the world. And the reason that army is that strong is because our tax dollars, American tax dollars, go over there to support that army. So we don't stand with the Palestinian people because we know what is happening to the children, the women and children is simply wrong. Those are war crimes. Even the State Department said it yesterday. I guess the State Department couldn't stay silent when they bombed that school, that United Nations school. They couldn't stay silent. So they said that Israel was wrong, but they didn't have to say it. The whole world can look at it and see that. Any decent person can see that you don't blow up children. Any decent person sees that you don't kill women and children. If they're fighting the mosque, why don't we ever read about that? It's the women and children that are dying in this unjust confrontation. So I think it's a good thing to come out and talk about it, but I think we're probably going to have to do more than just come out on this one occasion and talk about it. And I understand that I'm probably standing alone, but you know what? In a lot of cases, Jesus stood alone.
That's right.
Isn't that right? Yeah. Jesus stood alone. Right. He made some decisions that wasn't popular,